If you're working remotely, number one talaga is project management tool. So regardless kung ano mang project management tool yan, important talaga na you have a tool na nagtatrack ng progress ng mga tasks. Especially hindi naman kayo magkakasama ng client sa isang place.
Welcome back to Mentors Podcast. Welcome to episode number 4. Today, we're going to talk about a word that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, a little bit. Kahit ako minsan. And that word is accountability. So for some of us, um, it feels like a blame. For others, it's like micromanaging and control. For a few, it's a way of life. That's how we do things. So, but if you're running a business, you're leading a team, even managing your own workload, without real accountability, we know that operations fall apart. And so today, we will get an honest, practical, and we want to be hopeful about this topic. And our guest for today, she's going to help us to understand this word better. So she's the CEO and the founder of Prima Virtual Assistant. It's a company that helps a lot of businesses, owners to bring their chaotic world into clarity, especially in operations, HR. She runs remote office and serves demanding clients and deals with the very real human side of accountability every day. So, Mary, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, partner Adrian, for being here.
Yeah, so I want to start with you before we talk about the frameworks and the systems that you use. So, for people who don't know you, partner Mary, who is Mary?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, I'm the CEO and founder of Prima Virtual Assistant. I am 30 years old. I came from Batangas and I'm a mom of one, 8-year-old. Aside from Prima Virtual Assistant, I'm also the founder of Alae Freelancers. So it's a community of freelancers and virtual assistants, mainly based in Batangas. So kaya siya Alae. Di ba yun yung tatak ng mga Batanggenyo? But hindi lang naman siya exclusive talaga for Batanggenyos. It's open for everyone who wants to become a freelancer or who is already in the freelancing industry na who wants to collaborate or meet other freelancers and also explore other opportunities. So, and then aside from Alae Freelancers, yeah, we have Mentora. So, I'm the CMO or Chief Marketing Officer of Mentora.
Yeah, that's a lot, no? Ang daming ginagawa ni partner Mary. And we're so privileged today that meron tayong partner Mary to help us to understand what accountability is all about. So take us back to the beginning, partner Mary. What was the moment or like the situation that pushed you to start the business that you have right now, Prima?
Well, it's very unexpected how Prima started. Because I started freelancing, the main goal was just to really earn, right? So, I was just alone before. Um, Pinaka-goal ko lang nun is magkaroon ng stable income every month. It's because matagal akong natigil sa pag-work. I'm taking care of my family. So, I started freelancing and then eventually I learned the industry. So, parang before, nung time na natututunan ko pa lang siya, sobrang lawak pala nung freelancing industry. So that's when I got curious. Ano pa bang what's out there? Kumbaga. And then the more I learn new things, the more na parang mas na-inspire din ako to do more. Stable na yung income ko in freelancing before until I realized na I want to help more or I want to do more. I want to serve more clients. But of course, we only have 24 hours a day. Mag-isa lang naman tayo, so hindi naman natin kayang hatiin yung katawan natin, di ba? We can serve multiple clients, pero may limit siya eh, right? Especially if halimbawa bago ka pa lang, you don't have wala pa kasing AI noon time na yon. So talagang limited din ang ating bandwidth, kumbaga. So doon nag-start yung frustration din na I know I can do more, I can do better, but how can I achieve the things that I want to achieve? So until, of course, minsan kasi you have this in mind na gusto mong gawin pero walang nagpo-push sa'yo. 'Di ba? Yun din kasi yung minsan yung problem din kapag nasa sarili mo lang yung gusto mo and no one else is there beside you to push you or to motivate you or inspire you. So, that's when I got vocal with my clients na stable ako as their virtual assistant, but vocal ako sa mga plans ko in the future. And then they supported it. So do next start now. So why not build your own virtual assistant agency? I can refer you to my friends. So dun siya nag-start, yung mga ganun. So parang the moment na you express or you declare na this is what you really want, parang sa universe nagko-conspire talaga siya, no? Nag-a-align lahat.
Testing.
Yes, nagmamanifest siya. So, dun siya nag-start nung naging aware na ako sa gusto kong tahakin in freelancing. So, that's when nag-align na yung mga opportunities. And then, next thing I know, kailangan ko na mag-hire kasi I can't do it alone. Yun, yung mga ganun. So, that's how Prima started talaga. So, nung at start, hindi siya very intentional, pero na-develop yung urge to pursue it.
Because there was a demand and you really wanted to do more. The motive is really good. That's why, ayan, pinagbigyan ka ng mga clients and ng universe to really pursue the dream that you really wanted. But in those early days of Prima, if we're being honest, because we're talking about accountability, what did operations look like? So was it organized or structured from day one, or more like, okay, we're building as we go, we're building the plane as we fly? Paano ba yun, partner Mary?
Natatawa ako dyan sa question na yan kasi naaalala ko yung mga nangyari. Kasi di ba pag halimbawa, you are very efficient kapag you work alone. Pero pag meron ka ng kasama, and kasi hindi mo controlled yung other person or halimbawa yung people na minamanage mo, it becomes chaotic. So, at first, sobrang messy ng systems ko. Wala pang structure. I didn't have the right systems in place when I started, to be honest. So kaya Prima grew through trial and errors. So kumbaga na-fix siya along the way. Hindi siya yung Phoenix ko muna or halimbawa pin-prepare ko muna si Prima bago ko siya i-launch. Hindi ganun yung nangyari. Talagang siya. Nauna yung launching kaysa dun sa pagbuo ng mga systems.
That's okay. That's understandable. And I can really relate. That's what we also did with partner Dennis, actually. And we're starting the tech company that we built. So everyone was like trying, okay, pero wala talagang malinaw na sino yung accountable, sino yung may-ari ng mga task or ng specific na mga gagawin na on a daily basis. But, as we go there and continue to do the business, slowly we are being introduced to these different tools and to this very beautiful word that we're discussing right now. Accountability is being thrown a lot. O sino bang dapat gumawa nito or who's doing that? But for you today, partner Mary, when you say accountability, what does it really mean for you?
Well, it's accountability. It's about ownership. right? And more of the responsibility, it's really owning not just the wins, but also the
Yeah.
failures and the
I
And the
love that.
mistakes.
mistakes.
Yeah.
I love
So
that. Taking ownership, no?
Yeah, ownership, and mas nagiging strong yung word kapag yung accountability nandun siya sa side ng failures or mistakes. Yes. So, especially kapag if you're managing a team, you cannot really blame your people. It always end up with who is the one accountable for everyone. Right?
yeah.
Especially kapag, halimbawa, since Prima is, we basically work as a team. 'Di ba? So, let's say a certain team member made a mistake. The client won't really, the clients won't see it as a mistake ng person. It's Prima's mistake. It's
Yeah.
because there's the accountability of the whole agency dun sa to own up to the mistakes of that VA. So within my team, we take ownership of our with the each with each of their roles. But me as their leader, I they are my accountability.
At the end of the day, yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
taking
So
ownership talaga.
So you've talked about what accountability is and it's not. So you've uncovered a few myths about it, that it's not something na parang you're too strict, and it's also not something, I guess, na you're too kind. So it's a balance of really putting everybody's task or operational activities na you take ownership of that aspect. You give them accountability of it. But um going to the practicality of it, partner Mary. So I want to give our audience, tong mga small businesses and even the agency owners and those who are looking for mentorship here in Mentora, I want them to understand how did you actually design your operations and your system. So yung accountability is already there, it's incorporated
mhm.
in the operations. How did you do it?
Well, at first, 'di ba, like I mentioned, messy siya, and then we figured it out along the way. So, one mistake that I did when I started is nandun yung burden ng accountability. However, I wasn't able to really define ano bang role mo sa team na to. 'Di ba? Eventually, parang I got frustrated in terms of or I got disappointed with people in terms of accountability. However, hindi ko rin pala nabigyan ng tamang definition. Ano bang role mo sa team? Are you um, accountable for, let's say, client communications? So it's really about communication din and setting up the expectation mo dun sa tao na yon. So that's how they could meet or how they could be accountable of something. So, kaya nung sa operations, let's say may bagong team member, to establish accountabilities, to define the role. Ano yung scopes mo? What are your KPIs in this team? And then, what does accountability mean for me and for you? Para alam mo yun, kasi yung mga tao magkakaiba sila ng level of commitments. Right? So, may committed ka, pero you're just there to try it. Diba? Or yung ako naman, committed ako. I'll do whatever it takes to do it. So, magkakaiba siya ng level. So, kailangan same kayo ng expectations sa isa't isa.
I like that. I appreciate that. So what I got there is dun sa tips mo on how you do is number one is the clarity of roles. You really made the team understand who owns what. Who
Yeah.
owns what, And then communicating the expectation, meaning to say, ano ibig sabihin nung completed or nung done or nung
Yes.
good? Because like what you said, iba-iba ng level ng expectation. You might, ikaw, you're very passionate about this, pero sila parang chill lang. So communicating the expectation, what does it mean to be good, to complete a certain task? That's really a good way to put it on how you put the system in place in your team when it comes to accountability. So, paano yun, partner Mary? Do you have like on a weekly, on a monthly basis? You've mentioned the word KPI. Can you give us a little bit of information about that? Paano mo ginagawa ito sa yung team?
For the KPIs, of course, since we cater to different industries, so magkakaiba sila ng KPIs. Meron tayong yung mga parang, yun na yung default KPIs for, let's say, for Prima. So, meron siyang mga added na KPI, depende sa nature ng industry ng client. So, of course, the KPIs are always being set sa simula. Right before the VA starts. Actually, even sa recruitment pa lang nakalagay na yung KPIs eh. Like kahit hindi lang yung super specific like with the target numbers, but naka-define ano yung mga key performance indicators na kailangan for this role. And then for the KPIs, meron tayong evaluation with the clients every month na nagre-reflect dun sa KPIs ng VA.
So, partner Mary, can you share with us some tools or tech or platform that really help you and your team to build more accountability? And why do you think na ito ay this platform works? That, para we can share with our audience kung ano yung mga pwede nilang magamit na tools para matulungan din sila on our daily operations.
Of course, if you're working remotely, number one talaga is project management tool. So regardless kung ano mang project management tool yan, important talaga na you have a tool na nagtatrack ng progress ng mga tasks. Especially hindi naman kayo magkakasama ng client sa isang place. So, ang number one talaga na to help everyone be organized and para kita din ng client kung ano na yung mga nangyayari sa task is to monitor using project management tools. So, the common tools that we use with our clients, number one is yung pinakasimple talaga is Trello. Ayan, kasi very straightforward siya. Yung mga boards. Tapos,
Yeah, yung
talaga.
Kanban lang na.
yes. And then, para naman sa mga complex or halimbawa, marketing team, ginagamit namin mostly is ClickUp. So, ayan naman, mas marami siyang functions eh. So, tsaka iba-iba siyang view. So, merong list view, board view. So, iba-iba siya. Depende sa how complex yung mga magiging task. Kapag yung simpleng admin tasks lang everyday, sobrang okay na sa clients yung si Trello. Or minsan nga lang Google Sheets. Yan. Or Microsoft Spreadsheet. Just to track. Pero ayan, pinaka-simple talaga is the Trello.
Okay. If I'm a small business owner or parang I'm a freelancer starting in this new career that, I'm doing right now, what can you recommend for me? Like, I'm just starting. Ano yung mga unang steps na gagawin ko para ma-motivate ako to be accountable in what I'm doing and to continuously improve and have progress with being accountable.
Like yung sinabi ko kanina, ang hirap maging accountable pag mag-isa ka lang. Right? So, hindi ko nire-recommend, I compel you to look for a mentor or someone who will guide you. Siyempre si mentor, kaya nga siya naging mentor, di ba? So napagdaanan na niya lahat ng mga gusto mong i-take din na path. Right? So if you have someone beside you who could guide you, who could give you advice, mas magiging madali yung mag-start or how you do it. And then of course, you have someone who can make you accountable of your actions. Kasi 'di ba kapag isa lang tayo, kapag naman hindi natin na-meet yung goals, okay lang, wala namang nakakaalam na iba, 'di ba? Hanggang sa na-adjust yung deadline mo. So but pag meron kang accountability partner or mentor, so mas nagiging committed tayo.
That's nice. Yeah, and that's what we offer as a service here at Mentora. No, as a mentorship platform, you can visit our website and they can look at the different portfolios, profiles of our mentors para they can match kung ano yung need nila. Ang dami naming mga mentors. We have Mentor Cheska for HR, Mentor Dennis for everything, Mentor Mary for marketing, and we have a lot more. So if you need clarity on how to start, especially on how to have an accountability partner, just like what partner Mary mentioned, you can visit our website and check us out para maging mentor nyo ang mga mentors ng Mentora. Okay, so let's talk about naman, partner Mary, about, syempre, yes, we have some tools, we have this system.
Mm.
We already communicated with them the goals, ito yung expectations ko, this is what you need to do. But there are times na meron pa ring repeated errors or delays, right? So, ano yung process mo doon? Is it like, ano ba to? Will you pinpoint this as a person or do you have a system? Or how do you diagnose that problem without judging them, your people or your team?
Talagang maraming na resolve na concerns when you speak to that person one-on-one and really trying to listen. Kasi when I started then, kaya nga sabi ko sa'yo, trial and error talaga ako. Ang dami kong mali talaga before. Na eventually na-realize ko, ay mali pala yun. Diba? Kumbaga, so I learned from the mistakes I did before. So when someone is making a mistake, ako lang yung imik ng imik. Yung pala, kailangan mo makinig din muna. Like, ano ba yung thinking ng tong person na to when he or she did that mistake? Probably kasi may underlying cause yan. Or halimbawa, iba talaga yung situation that time. So, as someone who's trying to see what went wrong, is you need to listen first.
That's good. Yeah, listening, no? For you to understand before jumping into any conclusion. But how do you balance that? Like, syempre, we want to show them that we care about them. But we also want them to understand that, wait, I need you to deliver, diba? So, paano yun? Because those two things can feel like they're fighting. Hindi siya conflicting with each other yun. I care about you, but at the same time, kailangan gawin mo to. I need you to do this. Paano yun, partner Mary?
Minsan kasi ang hirap magsabi ng mga bagay na, di ba you have the KPIs? But also you need to have SOPs for certain tasks. Para sa SOPs kasi nakalagay doon yung expected outcome. So para hindi ka na disappoint sa magiging outcome is, nabigyan mo ba to ng SOP? Alam ba nitong tao na to yung steps na ine-expect mo na gagawin niya? So, minsan kasi depende yan sa how you run your business. Do you want them to do specific task step by step the way you want it? Or you just want them to deliver something na, or to deliver the output na ina-expect mo and then sila nang bahala how they execute it? So it really depends on you as the business owner kung gaano ka nitty-gritty sa processes mo. Like, gusto mo ba masunod step by step? Oh, ganito dapat. From the very start, ganito, ganyan. And then ganito yung expected output. Or are you that kind of business owner na, I'll give you these resources, this is my expected output, bahala ka na kung paano mo ma-achieve. Especially kapag alam mo, experienced na yung kausap mo. Like, alam na yung hinire mo siya because of the experience. Right? So, it's a way for you to know how you can incorporate your own processes sa alam niya. So, depende. Depende siya. For me, depende siya.
Mm. And I feel with what you're saying is like you really trust your team, you really trust your people. And that's one way na I also believe na where we build the culture of accountability in our team is to make them feel safe and we are really listening to them. Just like what you said, yeah, give them the resources, but at the same time, the set of expectation, no, a culture of being accountable. That's nice, and I can really see na yan yung ginagawa ninyo sa Prima. So as a leader, as the owner of Prima, are there practical things that you do personally to show your team? Like yung mga na-mention mo na rin early on kanina. Pero pwede bang bigyan mo pa kami ng in-depth and more practical tips? Because we're really learning from you. Paano ba namin i-build na, no? So, at kanina, I'm just alone. I'm a freelancer, a small business owner. Ngayon, I have a few employees na paano ko naman i-build? Na-build ko na yung accountability in myself. How can I give it to my team? How can I build that culture naman ngayon?
It's all about, for me, it's all about transferring my vision sa kanila. Like, how do I want to bring Prima? Kasi if at the end of the day, hindi nila maiintindihan or hindi nila maiintindihan yung accountability if hindi nila alam yung vision mo for them and for the company. So, it's also important to communicate with them. Ano bang goals natin here? Para they also have something to look forward to or they have something to really aspire to become. You also ask them about their personal goals as well, personal or professional goals, and communicate with them how can I help you achieve those goals through Prima. Parang ganon. So, important talaga for me is para din magkaroon sila ng accountability, not just means sabihin ko sa kanila na accountable ka dito or dyan. Pero yung sila talaga yung magi-initiate na mapi-feel mo yun kapag yung tao they feel accountable of what they do. 'Di ba? Is to really kapag na-transfer mo sa mga isip nila talaga yung saan mo ba gustong dalhin ang business na ito in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Ano yung vision mo? Not only for the company but for them as well. Kasi it's important to really build a relationship with them on a personal level din. Hindi lang tayo puro work. Kailangan meron ding human connection. So, ayan.
Yeah, so ang galing dun sinabi mo, no, partner Mary. Talagang what I got there, if I'm a business owner now with few employees, I want them to be excited also with my vision, to transfer the vision sa kanila. But not just the vision of the company, but also take them along with me. Kasama rin yung mga personal vision nila. So, hindi lang para sa business or para sa'yo, kundi you really care about your people. And that's one way I think that you really build loyalty. And kapag may loyalty, syempre accountable sila sa ginagawa nila. So a builder, you build your company with employees who are loyal, which would in turn become syempre, accountable kasi talagang they can see from you modeling kung ano yung naiisip mo or gusto mong gawin, your vision for Prima. And you communicate that well. So communication is key. That's what I see. And you also excite them or inspire them with your passion. Passion for Prima, passion for them to also
You advocate.
Achieve their
Correct. You also need to advocate for them.
advocate for them. How do you do that, partner Mary? When you say advocate for them?
Bukod dun sa nabanggit ko kanina na you ask them what are their personal and professional goals, is to really listen ano ba yung needs din nila. As, let's say, as a VA, do you want to improve further? Or do you want to upskill? And then provide them enough resources to hone their skills.
I mean, I could really feel your sense of care, but at the same time, you are molding your team to have accountability, and that's what is really nice uh, with with you as the owner of Prima. Kasi hindi mo lang sila pinababayaan na okay, you do what you have to do. You already know the thing. But I can sense and I can feel that there's accountability there. You care for them.
And also, part of caring for them is giving room for mistakes. The more you parang gusto mo perfect lahat, may SOPs, may processes, may systems. So yeah, expect mo na walang mistake. Pero may nagkamali pa rin. You don't have to feel frustrated about it. It's because mistakes happen, 'di ba? There's always going to be lapses. But of course, syempre yung lapses na hindi pa ulit-ulit, 'di ba? Iba naman 'yun. So yung halimbawa first time na magkamali nito. So what can we do about it para hindi na siya maulit? Right? So you allow them to make mistakes for them to really have accountability on that area. Kasi ako kasi I don't know, kasi nung VA ako talagang high performer ako as a VA. I hate making mistakes talaga. Kasi ewan ko, kasi parang nasanay ako na yung mga clients ko kasi talaga are high performers as well. So, but then I realized na those mistakes, yun talaga yung nakapagpataas ng level of accountability ko. Kasi let's say nagkamali ako, how can I improve myself? 'Di ba? What can I do about it? How can I address it or how can I face it?
yeah.
Kasi minsan yung fear of making mistakes. So it's not about the absence of fear but how you face it.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so yung mga audience natin na nakikinig ngayon, if you're an entrepreneur or you're starting your career in freelancing, maganda yung mga advice na nakukuha natin kay partner Mary. So if you want to have a conversation with her, you can book her to a mentoring session in Mentora, and you can learn more about these things, and you can have more clarity to help your team or to help you to start your career in freelancing or being a virtual assistant or even helping your team to set up accountability processes in your operations as an entrepreneur. So napakarami nating natutunan ngayon with partner Mary. And this is being super real because she's an entrepreneur and she went through a lot of experiences katulad nga ng nakwento ni partner Mary. Ang dami niyang pinagdaanan. But here, just listening in the Mentoras podcast, marami na kayong matututunan and hopefully you will learn and hindi niyo na gagawin yung mga ganong mga mistakes namin ni partner. Yeah, so partner Mary, I have a few more questions. Like here, one question is that what's one belief you had about people or work that you had to completely let go of kasi you really want to build the culture of accountability sa Prima. So one thing, one belief.
One thing na nilet go ko na, ano ba?
Let go.
Masyado kasing, parang pang Miss Universe yung tanong.
Misleading. No, I mean, it's like a belief that, oh, I used to believe like that, pero hindi pala siya ganon. But ngayon, although it's hard for you to let go of that, you're trying to do that kasi you really want to build a culture of accountability with Dream.
Mhm. For me, yung nilet go ko na yung idea na gusto ko tong taong ito sa role na to.
Yeah.
Like, pinagpilitan ko na hindi, okay ka dito sa role na to. Pero in reality, hindi pala. Like, kahit anong turo mo dun sa tao or kahit anong motivate mo, hindi talaga matututo is because hindi siya para dun sa role na yon. Hindi yun yung strengths niya.
Yeah.
So, putting people in the wrong places, yun na yung nilet go ko na it's really about nurturing them but also knowing where do they belong in your team.
Like that. So you really have to know also them, no? You have to understand what's their strength. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na when you put this person in this position, hindi siya magaling doon. Kasi, hindi lang pala niya skill yun. I remember a quote, something about, parang wag mong sisihin yung fish dahil hindi siya marunong umakyat ng puno. Something like that. Kasi fish siya eh.
Yeah.
Ang forte niya ay lumangoy, 'di ba?
Yes.
So, I agree to that. That's nice. Was it hard for you to do that?
It was hard for me. Lalo na nung nag-start pa lang since kapag kasi mag-start ka parang you can do everything. So parang ina-expect mo yung tao mo they can do everything din. Ay hindi pala. They should have their own accountable na roles. Para ikaw lang as the leader. 'Di ba sabi nga nila sa business, let's say sa mga traditional business, halimbawa nag-run ka ng restaurant, pag ikaw yung owner, kailangan alam mo lahat gawin. Kasi pag wala yung isa, ikaw yung relyebo. Right? Pag wala yung dishwasher, wala kang choice as the owner but to be the dishwasher. So, nilet go ko na yung idea na lahat ng tao ko kayang gawin yun, na kayang maging all around. So, talagang meron lang na pang dito lang siya sa area na to.
That's nice. So, nag-google ko siya. Tama nga. I agree with you. Pangganyan lang. Ang nagsabi ng quote na yon, partner Mary, si Albert Einstein pala. So, I'll just read it. It says, everybody is a genius, which what you said. They just have their strength. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid.
Yes.
So, parang iting in a gist, this is what you're saying. Find the strength of your people where they will become genius in that field and you will also be happy with their performance. But if
Correct.
you, yun na nga sabi dito, no, if you judge them by doing a specific task, talagang hindi yun ang ano niya forte niya you will be frustrated and siya din. So, as the leader, as the owner of your business, it's also really good to really observe, ask them. I like what you're saying all throughout our conversation. Communicate talaga. Communicate with them. And not just communicating, but really listening. Listen to them, no? Yeah. Ang dami naming natutunan sa'yo, partner Mary. And I hope our listeners, isulat nyo, lagay nyo sa notes ninyo to, and you can implement one at a time itong mga natutunan ninyo.
Yes, and maybe we can talk more. 'Di ba? If you want to have a conversation with me, We can set up a discovery call together and talk more about accountability or operations or how you can set up systems in your business. So, ayan. Medyo marami din naman akong kwento. Sa mga experience ko ha.
I'm sure marami dahil marami kaming natutunan sa iyo dito. So, one last question, partner Mary. This is actually a statement, not a question. So, one behavior that kills accountability instantly. Ano kaya 'yon for you?
One behavior is ang dami eh. Pero kung pipili ka ng isa, one that kills accountability, wala namang maling sagot, ano? One that kills accountability for me is... for you, ikaw muna. Based sa business mo.
I mean, based on napag-usapan natin ngayon is lack of communication.
Yeah.
For me, kasi nga, like what I'm learning from you right now, if you don't communicate who owns what and what I expect from you, I mean, you should balance that, no, with care and the need for them to do that. Pag hindi mo na communicate yun, instantly, walang accountable. Sinong may ownership nito? 'Di ba? Kasi hindi mo na-express or walang napag-usapan. Although, ang ganda-ganda sana ng intent ng company or napakaganda sana ng pwedeng gawin. Pero, um, lahat maghuhugas lang ng kamay kapag kami nangyaring hindi maganda. Or even the leaders would pinpoint or would blame their team, 'di ba? Dahil hindi na communicate ng maayos yung vision and yung responsibility. For me, I think that's the biggest killer of that. And not just that, but the team, even the business itself. Hopefully not. Pero, di ba, parang for me, yun eh. You have to really clearly communicate with the team.
Mhm.
Yung very important lesson that I learned from you today.
Yeah, for me, also, maganda yon. Yun nga, one that kills accountability is not having good communication. And then another one for me, one thing that kills accountability is when we work alone. Kasi 'di ba focus tayo sa pag-hit ng sarili nating KPIs. Ang ending, kanya-kanya din tayo. So we forgot that we're a team.
Yeah.
'Di ba? So we may be able to achieve our personal KPIs, but one that kills accountability is failing to back each other up and to work as a team. Lalo pa with Prima, most of our accounts, we work with clients as a team. Meron akong natutunang experience last year when a client was mentioning na they gave a feedback na each of the VAs are really performing really well. But when it comes to owning mistakes, pasa-pasa. Parang, ay hindi ako si ano yan. Parang ganon, ay hindi po ako ang may handle niyan, si ano po. Parang ganon. So parang hindi nagkaroon ng accountability as a whole team. So parang dun din nakita ng client na everyone is really expert in what they're doing, but there's no accountability as a team. So, from that experience, 'di ba, I was able to speak with my team and really establish backing each other up, helping each other, 'di ba? Kasi konektado din 'yan eh. 'Di ba, at the end of the day kapag naging hindi satisfied ang client because of the experience with the team, 'di ba, kahit gaano kakagaling as isa role mo, mawawala din is because hindi na interested si client na mag-work with the whole team.
Correct.
Kasi divided kayo. So, kaya dun talaga nagsimula yung when we work as a team is to look out for each other and be an extra pair of eyes and hands. Kasi pag halimbawa may ipapasa kang output, so, di ba accountability mo yun? But then also looking out for your fellow VAs or with your colleagues na, uy, this could be improved. Parang ganon. Di ba? So, talaga nagkakaroon ng extra layer of accountability within the team
Yeah.
bago pa siya ma-view ng client as a whole team. So,
Ayun.
Have an accountable partner, parang ganyan, or the team itself. Don't
Yes.
work alone. But if you're alone, you're starting your own business pa lang, or you're freelancing, and you don't know sino yung pwede ninyong makatulong to be your accountable partner, we are here at Mentora. We can help you. You can book a session with any of our mentors or partner Mary to help you and guide you para ma-build natin yung system na yun. Yeah, so thank you so much, partner Mary. We've learned a lot from you today. Dami naming natutunan.
Sana
Oh,
naman.
This is just one topic of this episode from Mentora. Marami pang mga susunod na mga episode at mas marami pa tayong matututunan sa isa't isa.
Yes.
And if you want to book one of our mentors, you can visit our website. Nandiyan naman yun sa link. You can check that out. And thank you so much. This is so super fun. Thank you.
yes, thank you so much, partner Adrian.